In this video, we're going to be looking at the gradient of a line, parallel lines, and perpendicular lines. Now we're asked to write down the gradient of the line above. Now when we're looking at gradient, the first thing we have to do is find the corner of a box. By that, I mean this part here. And I'm also going to use this part here. And we make ourselves a right-angled triangle. Now when we're talking about gradient, we use rise over run. Is the vertical amount, so we're going from 4 to 8, which is 4. And our run is our horizontal amount, and we're going from 0 to 2, which is 2. So our rise over run is going to be 4 over 2, and that will simplify to just 2. So the gradient of our line is 2x. Now the equation in the form of y equals mx plus c, well, m is the gradient, and we already know the gradient, so we've got y equals 2x, and then the plus c bit is our y-intercept. So it's this coordinate here. So our x-axis is 0, and our y-axis is 4, so it's plus 4. It then asks us, without drawing, to show the line 2y equals 5x minus 3 is parallel to the line 4y equals 10x plus 7. Now the first thing we notice is that our y values are different. We have to make them equal. So 2y equals 5x minus 3. That would become 4y equals 10x minus 6. Because what I've done is I've doubled everything. Now for two lines to be parallel, they have to have the same gradient. And as you can see, 4y equals 10x plus 7 is the same gradient as 4y equals 10x minus 6. The only thing that's different is that they cross the y-axis at different points. The first line would cross at plus 7, the second line would cross at minus 6. However, they would be parallel. Now here we have to find an equation for the straight line. So we need to find our points that we want to use. I'm going to use this point here. And I'm going to use this point here. There were other points I could have used, however those are the two that I chose. So then I find my rise and I find my run from my right angle triangle. My rise is 9 and my run is 3. So we've got 9 over 3, which works out at 3x. So my equation would be y equals 3x, and then find where the line crosses the y-axis. And it crosses at positive 6. Now for the next question, it asks us to, on the grid, draw a straight line with a gradient of minus 2, which passes through the point 0, minus 1. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to find that point. 0, minus 1 is here. So I know that my line will pass through that point. Now the gradient of minus 2 means it will be a negative gradient, so it will be going in this direction. Now what the minus 2 means is that for every square we go across, we will then go down 2. So from this point, if I go right 1, I'll then go down 2. If I go right 1, I'll then go down 2. From the 0, minus 1, if I go left 1, I'm going to have to go up 2. Left 1 and up 2. And you can see we're forming a straight line graph. So then we just need to connect the points, and we will have a gradient of minus 2 that crosses through the point 0, minus 1. And now I've drawn the line, you can see that we've got y equals minus 2x minus 1 would be the equation for that line. Now whilst it doesn't mention it here, I'm going to take time to talk about perpendicular lines. Now, perpendicular means that you do the reciprocal. So if I wanted the reciprocal of 3x, we'd have y equals 1 over 3x. Then it wouldn't matter where it crossed the y-axis, but I'm going to say it's going to cross at +2. However, when you do the reciprocal of it with gradients, it has to become a minus. So if we had a minus, it would then become a positive when we do the reciprocal of it. So the perpendicular line to minus 2x minus 1 would be y equals 1 over 2x, and then wherever you wanted it to cross the y-axis. So you might want it to cross the y-axis at +4. And this is how the perpendicular lines would look. So the black line and the blue line are perpendicular to one another, and then the red line and the green line are perpendicular to one another as well. Now in this question, we're not given any information apart from the equation of the line. We've got 2y equals 3x plus 4. So first of all, we need to make that equal y instead. So it'd be y equals 1.5x plus 2. All I've done is half everything. Now I'm going to sketch myself an axis, and I know my y-intercept, where my line crosses the y-axis, is +2. So it crosses at this point here. We'll label that as 2 just to help. Now the 1.5x means in my right angle triangle that I would draw, I would go across 1 for my run, and I would go up 1.5. So from 2, I then have a right angle triangle from there. Remember, I've gone across 1 and I've gone up 1.5. So my next coordinate, bearing in mind that the 2 is 0, 2. My next coordinate, if I go across 1, it would then become 1. And if I go up 1.5, I'd be at 3.5. My next coordinate would be 2 and 5. My next coordinate after that would be 3 and 6.5. I am asked which coordinate would lie on the straight line. And as you can see, the coordinate 2, 5 is in my list.